He's as hot as he's been all year. In the air to left, Dalton Varsho coming over near the line and now Corey Seager swings at the first pitch. Ground ball to third. 20 season. Because he was kind of blocked in Tampa Bay. They had G-Man. Field does have some power.
Now, he's a good contact hitter and 3 home runs.
Springer hits a 2-hopper to short. Corey played 2 out of 3 games in the series against Kansas City. Shortstop for 1, DH for 1, sat out DH 1 of them. This one out to short. Seager again has to unload for Texas tonight, hitting 232. And he's going to loop one over the head of Biggio into left field for a base hit. In a couple of steps at third. As this one is bounced to the right side. Guerrero has it, feeds Bichette. That is foul, and it's 0-2.
Back-to-back slow curveball.
And a swing and a miss. He gets him. 2 down. Runner goes from first. They'll throw through and do not get him. And a bouncer that Bassett corrals, and he'll make. How those guys have brought a really positive energy to this veteran group as Belt is called out. Line drive, center field, base hit. And there's a base hit into left on the first pitch for Springer up the middle and through for a base hit. Trying to add on. Ball to center. It is fairly well hit, but it is playable for Leote.
Dash somewhere.
Yeah. A stash of stashes.
Stash of stashes.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Considered a top 10 prospect hit. His first major league home run. And that will tie the game at 2.
Yeah, it travels 406 feet.
They called him up on Friday after Adolis Garcia.
Interesting matchup here. Marcus, where they both came up with the White Sox and made their debuts.
He's hit into right field, which I guess at this point should be known as the mark. Corey Seager swings at the first pitch down, and he just does, and I mean just, got that pitch. Strike 3 called on a pitch that Seager's shaking his head. So 1 down now for Nathaniel Lowe, the first baseman who was called out on strike boards. But as he stayed in the lineup for the most part, another 10-day stint on the IL. 3-0 on Lowe. And he walks him. So Simeon up to second and 2 on with a 1 out. Ball here. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Got in on his hands, and it's 0-2. They were out in front. It was their division to lose. And then remember, Seattle got hot a few weeks ago. They
4-game series.
Ground ball to short. Bichette to Schneider. Schneider to Guerrero. A chase there by Guerrero. Now he's in the hole 0-2. And Dunning strikes him out for the second time tonight.
Bochy began his Giants career in 2007. For so many years. This is Twitter.
Davis Schneider lifts one into right field. Takes a walk, switch hitter. I think that was before the Brandon Belt signing, which kind of. This one is low, ball 1 to Jonah Heim. Ground ball to first, backhanded by Guerrero to Bichette for 1 and back to the Blue Jays. Gavin Biggio, the battery, walked and scored back in the second.
10 games. And that leads to runs, obviously. You put yourself on base.
Back to the mound, and Dunning's got it on to first. Check swing foul off by Alejandro Kirk, who had an RBI single in his.
A lopsided win. They might be able to take Kirk out of the game early.
Now strike taken by Dalton Varsho, who struck out 2/3. And in spite of the fact he's not a guy who throws very hard. Varsho with a ground ball down to low at first in innings pitch. Now Framber Valdez is pitching tonight as well, but Bassett certainly giving his team a chance to win.
Yeah, and he is very close to his. Gotta believe he's even got a shot.
43rd game for the Blue Jays. So if you just keep going, 144, excuse me. Here's Evan Carter. Now back 0-2.
Carter just turned 21 on the 29th of August.
And maybe he gives them the kind of spark Davis Schneider has given the Blues, because Schneider has been so unbelievable. But obviously this guy is very talented. You can see it in.
Missed his spot all the way across the plate.
They will. Into left center, a base hit. Will cover the bag. Otherwise, he
really focused on pulling the ball. And last time up, he had a base hit, clean shot into right field.
Ground ball to third, and the tag for one. Throw to first. It's one thing to try that play. Curveball outside, a ball and a strike.
Again,
Base hit into right field for Seager. Top. And a ball on the corner, 1-1.
We talked about this 4-game.
Runner's going to be going. There goes Seager. And the 3-2 pop back out of play.
Where's Bochy said that's one of the.
Again, the 3-2. And a ground ball up the middle. Bichette's got it. Nice play by Bo. They'll make the playoffs, but obviously this 4-game series is going to tell a big story. Starting a series against the Angels tonight. Kiermaier laces a ball to left center. The outfielders get to the gap, and it's a leadoff. Top of the order, George Springer. Hey, real quickly.
You know, that might be one of the best offensive seasons we've seen.
Springer stays alive. Field. Kiermaier is getting the win.
Well, as a catcher, it's really hard to make the tag quick enough.
Bichette bounces one to short. Springer's got to go back to second. And crosses him up a little bit. Gets a fastball in there, 1-1. And Guerrero strikes out for the 3rd time tonight.
But she does, and it's going to be a tough schedule for these teams when they face each other. Somebody's going to happen.
This for Chris Bassett.
Rewarded home plate on the mound.
This is popped up down the line in foul territory. Guerrero underneath.
In the National League West right now, ahead of the Diamondbacks, who had a nice resurgence themselves. Race in the National League.
How about the Cubs? Nobody thought back in April, May that they would be a 2-2 on Robbie Grossman. And a base hit into right for Grossman, his 2nd hit of the night. Up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Bounced in, it gets past Kirk to the backstop, and the wild field line, a fair ball. Taveras will come. I talked to Chad Green a couple of days ago in the dugout, and I said, do you?
And he threw out Kevin Kiermaier.
Swings through a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, 2-2. Right on the corner to get him.
Yeah, he can swing the bat. He's got a good eye, I understand.
The expense of his approach. Lines one into right for a base hit. And here here's his good buddy and his roommate at AAA this year. Both. That was the year Horwitz, as this one gets past the catcher Heim to right field. It's hit fairly well, but it's going to be caught. Now Cavan Biggio with a fly ball to right center. Horwitz tagging. And now a two-hopper right at Seager at short. And that'll end the inning. Biggio and Bichette and Espinal and Chapman and now Schneider. I've never seen a player.
I don't feel like I'm prepared unless I go through that routine. And it's rubbed off on Bo for sure.
And a 4-pitch walk as he is aboard to lead off the 7th. Nathaniel Lowe looks at a strike. Lowe is 0 for 2 with a walk.
Garver. That gives you an opportunity to.
And that's there for strike 3 call.
That first pitch slider had Grossman.
A fly ball to center. It is not that deep. Kiermaier coming in. Second, 2 down for Leody Taveras, who's had a couple of hits in this game. 2 for 3. All of that. And a swing and a miss. 1-1 in recent weeks. Here's one down the right field line. Long run for Springer and 1-2. 98 but high. 2-2. Wow, nice pick there by Kirk. And it's off the outside corner to load the bases. Like a changeup there from Cabrera, and it's 3 balls. He'll be on the move. And it's gone. Grand slam for Jonah Heim.
We mentioned the Rangers. That's the 8th grand.
And a well hit ball to right field, but Springer's there. And now it's 0-2. Yours truly, very pleased with the effort against the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, lots of new faces. Varsho's having quite an at bat. He's had a kind of tough time in the second half, and tonight he's been in charge.
And he works him for a walk.
Need to put something together against his bullpen, and it nearly was an extra base hit.
And that is strike 3 called. A changeup. Thought about it, but took it for strike 2.
You saw that patch on the side.
And always remembered every September 11th around Major League Baseball is now Springer is called out on.
People on our buses, wives, kids, family that were traveling at the time.
Explanation and said, folks, we're not going, and your bags will be at baggage claim. Go get your bags. Popped up by Bichette. Seager will make. Don't bring that guy back to rebuild, right?
No, not at all. And he came back because he had been told they're going to contend.
That's a no doubt.
He won 3 Cy Young Awards.
Yeah.
Understands everything about the game. And you know what? It's not unusual when you talk about great pitcher.
Last year, and then the Mets dealt with the Texas this year. Here's a ball well hit to the opposite field, but backpedaling. It'll be fun tomorrow night. Great pitching matchup.
Yeah, but he could barely turn his head. We saw him walk out of the locker room after Game 5, and I mean,
curveball in the dirt. 1-1 on Mitch Garver. Cabrera out of the pen tonight. And he's perfectly capable of doing this. Francis actually more than that going back to his first stint back in June. He's used to going 40, 50 pitches. He's earned the respect of a lot of people and opened up a lot of eyes. There goes the runner, and that is ball 4. So back-to-backs. It's ground ball right at Davis Schneider. Short throw against Dane Dunning. And it's 0-2 against Martin Perez. Jammed him. And a good play. So Horwitz gets an opportunity here against a lefty in Perez.
The other side. And that is strike 3 called.
Whole series. Texas is fighting for their postseason lives, just like to keep the Blue Jays going.
And strike. There's the curveball, 1-2.
Yeah.
Fastball sent down the left field line. Varsho coming over. Fair ball for Biggio at first. 2 down. Josh Smith, fly ball to right. Springer makes the. And it is gone. Himself a whale of a night.
Second half of the season.
Now Alejandro Kirk lines one to center. And a bouncer towards Simeon at second for out number 2. And another ball hit to Simeon, and Texas will win it.